Hey guys, welcome back to Puck Talk. Today we'll be talking about the recent moves that the Columbus Blue Jackets have made and their new head coach hiring. So let's get into it.
So let's
First trade, I believe, is the Provorov three-team trade.
yeah.
You guys have it up?
Yeah.
Mm.
So it's Provorov to the Blue Jackets at 30% retained, and then Hayden Hodgson, Kevin Connaughton to the LA, and the Flyers get a 2023 first and a second and another second and Shane Walker, Kyle Peterson, and Kyle Grant. Yeah, we'll put this up on
I
the video.
I remember Helge Grans. We talked about him quite a lot.
Yeah, he's a good NHL prospect. He's like 79, 22 mid top.
Yeah.
I don't
Yep.
remember what the guy. But yeah.
Anyways, Columbus, what are you doing? They
I
have a really good defensive prospect core. Like Juracek, they just drafted him. They have a bunch of other guys.
Boquist.
Like I do not understand why there's a need for these extra defensemen.
I mean, I kind of get that Varensky needs support. You can't roll him out 30 minutes a night. I don't think he's that good. Provorov could be a good like second pairing defenseman to balance the pairs out.
Yeah,
But
I guess. But like they have like other options. Like they have Jake Bean. They have like a younger crop of defensemen like what was that guy's name? I think he was from college.
Boquist,
But whatever, yeah,
it's,
they
it's
have a
just
lot of options.
I mean, they got him at 30% retained. So, but I don't think this is a move you make right now.
I
You just
don't think there was
playoffs.
any need to do any move like this though at all.
Yeah, you
There
just missed the playoffs. What are you doing, man? Like
like I don't think this is well timed in any
they
scenario.
just they just remind me of like a really confused team.
Yeah.
Like the Gaudreau signing too is like they have no sense of direction. They're trying to
They're
they're trying
trying
to
to
speed run
rebuild
every
on the fly.
yeah, but
Rebuild on
that's
the
not
fly.
gonna work. That never works. You've seen the Canucks do it for like 10 years now.
Hey,
Yeah.
It doesn't work.
We've seen the Canucks do it. We've seen the Flyers do it. We've seen uh Montreal kind of do it, but like yeah, they
Yeah.
it's it's just messy. Like
this
that
has
it
yeah, it is messy.
I don't know. It just doesn't feel right.
What do we okay, now let's go on to the King side of it. What do we think about the King side of it?
I mean, good for them. They
Yeah, I mean
got
it
rid
worked
of
out.
the Kyle Peterson contract.
Yeah.
They didn't give up too much. But like the main focus for this trade, I think, is Philadelphia, honestly. Like good on them for finally making a decent move. Because this is long
Yeah.
overdue.
This is the first move that the new GM made.
Yeah,
Oh,
Briere.
hype.
Yeah. I think it's
And
new there's like better days coming in Philadelphia. Like this
like
is trendy.
they got a decent prospect. They got a first rounder. So I mean, great. That's great. That's how you started off. Provorov, I mean, we knew he was on his way out, like
Yeah.
at a mid-season point. I mean, I don't think he fit in Florida that well. I mean, not Florida, Philadelphia that well either. So like they got rid of him, and now I hope they're going into the direction of just blowing it up because that's what they need to do.
I mean Cal Peterson should help them tank, I think.
Yeah, he should.
Like you put him in
And
Fair.
there.
like Carter Hart has been in talks as well, so
Yeah.
maybe Cal Peterson may be their opening day starter.
Yeah, I like the way they've gone. Like taking salary on when you're rebuilding is such a smart thing to do.
Yeah,
I really like the way they got a first and second from LA just for that.
perfect. That's
I
how you
like
do it.
how I just like how it's looking for Philadelphia right now, considering that's your first GM move.
Yeah. I mean, also LA ended up signing Gavrikov because of the move that they made. So I think all the teams kind of like it doesn't make sense for Columbus, but it wasn't a fleece by
A
any means.
robbery.
Yeah, I think it was a pretty even trade. And I'd say the Flyers won. What do you guys
Yeah,
think?
Flyers won.
This is big does for Philly fans.
Yeah, I mean,
Finally, after so long,
yeah, I mean they
after Chuck Fletcher and his antics.
I mean, yeah. People said there was like the ownership ruling or like dictating what Fletcher did, but now Briere makes moves like these. I don't think it's really the ownership's fault.
Yeah.
I think it was just Fletcher being bad.
Real.
Don't forget
And
about his app that he puts everything through.
yeah, I think it's NHL 23.
Yeah. Yep.
The the value bars they match up. Let's go.
Yeah.
The value bars.
And then they also traded for Damian Severson. So the trade was to the Columbus Blue Jackets, Damian Severson, and to the New Jersey Devils, a 2023 third-round pick.
And New Jersey, I mean, good for them. They got something for an expiring FA.
Yeah.
Columbus, again, that was a brainless move.
6.8 times 6.25 million. Now you're paying
Jeez.
Goodbranson and Severson over 10 million.
What a premier first pair, you know.
Yeah, you put
That team is cup bound.
that's more that's probably the third pick. Oh my, or sad. Like it's such a they have so much money tied up in players that 8 years
Sorry.
is such no worries. 8 years is such a long time.
Yeah,
Like
like I mean, if anything else, they'll just be in the same spot in 8 years after
yeah,
the contract is done. Like,
they're
what
so
is your game plan here, Yarmo?
yeah, I mean, I think he's trying. I think maybe he was told by management this is your final shot or something. Maybe because
He was forced to. You think it was just a force to make something happen?
I
I
mean,
think I think
maybe
it's
that's
probably like you do good this season, you're fired. We're gonna find somebody else.
maybe, but like that's such poor timing. Like
It's not.
right now,
It's not right.
Well, I
like
mean, what
right
has
now
Columbus done in like the last 10 years?
they beat Tampa.
That's one series win though. And then right after they let Panarin and Duchesne walk and Bob walk. So I mean,
I don't think they let them walk. They just wanted to get the hell out of Ohio.
yeah, I mean, but like I think this year, I think his time is long overdue, and he's just burning money up at the end of his tenure.
Yeah. Anyways, yeah, I think New Jersey wins that deal. They got
Yeah,
something for nothing, basically, because I think Damon Severson was not going to be back with the team.
yeah,
I think Luke Hughes takes that spot now on that decor.
yeah. He was good when I watched him. He just needs some experience,
Yeah.
But 6.25, I think he was more like a 4 million guy. Doesn't
Max,
make sense, man. Not at all.
that's going to age like the Louis Erickson contract.
Yeah, and they have Borensky making what is it like 9.5 too?
Yeah, they have Wierenski, they have Jake Bean making like I think 5 million. Like they have a bunch of guys.
They have a lot of money. They're gonna pay like they're a cup contender, but they're not gonna be anywhere near that.
Maybe a wild card at best, second wild card that gets swept in the first round by a top
Yeah.
seed.
I don't know what your plan is. The East is so deep now. Like the
Mm.
Habs and Senators are gonna be coming up too. The only shot you have is maybe I don't think Pittsburgh's gonna fall off. I think Dubas is gonna do something good with them. Maybe the Caps. I have no idea. I have no idea what they're gonna do. There's so many teams up there that are way better than them.
Yeah,
I think they should still be like one of the probably. I think they're the worst team in the East still.
really?
I mean the Atlantic. I mean the Atlantic. Wait, no, they're Metro. No, I do
Yeah,
think they're the worst team in the East. I think. I don't know who I'd put over them.
I would still put Montreal under them for now
Montreal. I
because like I think Columbus has a way better decor than Montreal because Montreal that rookie decor. I think it's not gonna get much better in the sophomore season, but like yeah, I think Montreal's still the worst, but like Columbus isn't far off. Like if this decor gels together, like they do well, Good Branson is already a negative asset, so I don't
yeah.
expect anything from him. But like these other guys, they put something up on the table, like Provorov gets a 30-40 point season, Severson gets something like 25 and is good defensively or revitalizes that defensive play. I think they could be decent, but like that's a lot of what ifs, like anything can go wrong. And if it does go wrong, then you have to adjust everything.
Yeah. And then the cherry on top, Mike Babcock is their new head coach.
See, my personal opinion on Babcock is that he was not terrible with the Leafs. He was just really, really stubborn, and I don't think that's a good game plan for these young up and coming stars. Like you have to be able to adjust your game plan to fit these inexperienced guys. But like if he's this rigid, then I don't see this going well at all because
I
this
don't
will
know how
crash and burn.
Line I don't think will prosper under him. I feel
I
bad.
think Line has run out of those soft chances because like ever since Tortorella left, right, then he hasn't really been able to create much even then. So I mean, right, like Line deserves the least consideration. I think it's more for like the younger guys. They're gonna draft some young kid. He might play like
Yeah.
Wierenski. He's been good. Like they the players who have been playing good, they don't deserve to get like yelled at by Babcock. But like maybe somebody like Line would do some good. Like he needs to have fire under him to get him going.
I think it was like I think it was like a shot in the dark. That's pretty much what they're
Yeah,
doing. He did good
I
with
mean
the Leafs.
the trades really reflected that too. I
Yeah.
mean, this is what their entire game plan is like. They're shooting in the dark.
Yeah. Just hoping Babcock can light a fire. Like I remember when the Leafs made the playoffs for the first time in a while with Matthews
Yeah,
on the team. He had like this plan where he wanted to win through like I think 6 points out of every 5 games or something like that.
yeah,
I mean, they worked out for them then. I don't know if it will work out for them again. We'll see, but I don't know, man. Everything. This team just confuses me. It seems like they're spending money and shooting stuff, just hoping for the best.
yeah. It's
It's
like
just
they roll a
taking
dice on who
risks
to
that
get.
don't really have high reward.
Yeah, low risk, no high risk, low reward.
Yeah, I don't really
Like
know.
game
Maybe
Worst
plan.
kinds of.
they're just. I'm guessing it's just like a force to do something, force to take action. See if it works, and if it doesn't, well, damn. I guess that's it.
If it works, he
Yeah,
looks like a genius.
If it doesn't, well, it's expected. You're not really doing anything else.
Will Line
yeah. I
get?
mean, there's still a lot of off season left. We can see what they've been planning. Maybe they add on like other parts of their team. But right now, it just looks like something that was unnecessary and kind of useless.
They need a center. Their top center cannot be Boone Jenner or
Maybe
Ken
Boone Jenner is
Johnson.
actually pretty good. He's a pretty good player, actually.
But like, you can't have that as a top line center. You need someone.
I think you can have him as a top line center if you have a good supporting cast. But Columbus obviously doesn't have that. Like
They
Johnny
have Ken
Gaudreau.
Johnson coming up, but other than that,
Yeah. Like they have a bunch of younger guys. Like I don't want Babcock to ruin them.
he's
That's
gonna
all.
give somebody the Marner treatment.
Yeah. That would just, I mean, I don't think I think he has a shorter leash now. He can't do what he was able to do before, but it's Mike Babcock. Like if he wants to do something, he will do it.
How long was it? Was it in his contract last time like 5 million or like 6 or 8 years or something like that?
Yeah, it just expired this year.
Yeah,
So
the Leafs were still paying them. They probably cheapened out on Kyle Dubas because of that contract. I
honestly, I think they should be able to afford all of that because they make a ton of money. A ton of money.
yeah, that is a big company. But I heard somewhere, I think it was some article or something that they were pissed off that they had to spend that money on Babcock.
Yeah.
Pushing. They didn't really enjoy
Honestly,
it.
though, with what Tree Living has been saying in the media so far, I've kind of softened up to him. He looks
He looked
okay.
good,
He
yeah.
looks like he's able to handle some of the stuff.
Yeah, he has a calming presence, which you need in Toronto.
Yeah.
Yeah, but in Columbus, I don't know how Columbus fans feel about this. I haven't talked to many of them. Like, are you happy that your
I don't
team is
know
doing
any of them.
something? Yeah, but would you be happy your team's actually doing something, or would you be upset that, they're ruining, they're pretty much extending the rebuild if this fails?
I
Just
would
adding a
say
couple.
that they are like these are moves uh uh for the sake of making a move. Like there's no
Yeah.
ultimate goal behind it.
Yeah.
Like at the core, that's what it is. And this might bite them in the ass later, but only time will tell, in my opinion.
Yeah, now I just have to trade for Ristolainen and everything will be good. They
Mm,
solve it.
more good news for Philly fans then.
Yeah.
Yay!
And one last thing. Do you guys want to discuss where we think Carter Hart is gonna go? Or where he would look best if he moves?
I've heard Toronto is interested. I've heard Winnipeg is interested. I've heard Buffalo is interested as well. So
I would
Yeah.
like the Toronto move out of all of them.
I've heard Edmonton too, but I don't know how Campbell would
Oh,
work.
the Everton move? Ooh.
I feel like if Toronto goes after him, then Murray is definitely gone. Like it's gonna be a
Yeah.
Samsonov, Hart tandem or a Hart Wall tandem.
I think Hart has the potential to become a Vezina caliber goalie.
Yeah, I think he
I,
still does.
I
I
don't
think
think
he
he's
would
gonna.
prosper under the Leafs defense too.
Yeah, it's just the Flyers defense left him out to dry every single night.
For him, man.
I mean, yeah,
Really, I personally just would just like any move for Carter Hart that's not staying in Philly.
he was such a highly touted prospect too when he came in. Like even his
He was
first
really
year,
good at the start too. Like I think the bubble year he was really good. He got them into the playoffs. I think he made the second round, right?
Yes, second round.
So Hart was really good then. So I mean, he definitely has opportunity to be like that, but hopefully to a team that like knows how to utilize his skills.
yeah, I mean, I don't know how much teams would pay for him. I think it might be like Samsonov kind of move. Remember when the Leafs acquired Samsonov?
Yeah,
But it was like this kind of like they got him for really cheap. And I think they might, because like nobody would pay like a first for Hart because like he hasn't proven much yet, you know.
Yeah.
And he might. I think whoever gets him might end up winning the trade by a landslide.
Yeah. I think LA Kings were interested too, so I think that's one of the best landing spots for him.
Yeah, I want to see them on Kings. Kings cannot get a goalie. Well, they have Corpusalo, but I don't think he's
I don't
I
think
don't think
that's
he's not
enough.
coming back. I don't
he's
think
not.
he's
You don't
coming
think he's
back
coming
either.
back?
I've heard reports that he wants to move on.
Oh wow. Well, yeah,
So
he'd be good on the Kings then. Kings, I don't think you're riding like if Corpusalo does come back, I don't think you're riding him to the cup ever. I think that's what the Kings' goal is. While Doughty and Kopitar are still at the peak, you know.
yeah.
Somebody like hard. We saw this year, goalies are what makes you win, you know? Like Aiden Hill has been insane, and Bobrovsky's been insane too.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Anyways, anything else you guys have to add?
No, I think
I'm
we're
good.
good.
We're good. All right, thank you guys for watching.